If you've been paying attention to the ban list recently, then you're probably aware that Cyber-Stein has been banned once again. TCG, OCG, and even Master Duel have all recently ruled that Cyber-Stein had to go, putting him on the forbidden list. This is pretty funny to me because this marks the second time the guy has been banned en masse, and it begs the question, why did you even bring him back? But I'm getting ahead of myself because Cyber-Stein has a bit of an interesting history. Cyber-Stein was introduced in OCG as early as 1999, believe it or not, as an exclusive, hilariously, in card-esque vending machines. Could you imagine getting something like Sprite Elf inside one of those sticker printing vending machines alongside the Bratz and knockoff Yu-Gi-Oh stickers with the swirl patterns? I'm getting off topic. But the hilarious thing about Cyber-Stein is that he was only a common card in this set. This was because, at that time, Cyber-Stein's effect was a big risk. Paying 5,000 life points to special summon a fusion monster was a bit risky, mostly because a lot of the fusion monsters out at the time, including the ones in the same pack, were all normal monsters. So, one well-placed Regeki and suddenly you're just sitting there vulnerable with less than half your starting life points. But of course, that lovely little thing called power creep came in. And as time went on, more and more powerful fusion monsters started to come out which Cyber-Stein could easily bring out and abuse. This is why, for a while, there were a number of cards with the specific ruling they had to be fusion summoned and couldn't be cheated out with Steiny. And thus, on the March 2007 OCG ban list, Cyber-Stein was finally banned, putting an end to his reign of terror. So why did he come back? Well, as you may know, not too long after he was first banned, other extra deck summoning methods started to come into the game, with Synchro summoning being first introduced and Xyz after that. During the Synchro and especially the Zexal era, fusion monsters were being increasingly seen as passé. Not that there weren't any introduced, but they were dwarfed by the other two summoning methods and thus weren't seen as a threat anymore. So, Cyber-Stein was brought back on the April 2014 ban list, which is absolutely hilarious because not too long after that, we would enter the Arc 5 era, which gave all sorts of love to all the summoning methods from before, including fusion summoning. Fusion summoning got way stronger support from better ways of making them to stronger monsters, meaning paying the 5,000 life points was practically nothing, and Stein only grew more and more powerful in recent years, thanks to both tier limits and sprites, as Cyber-Stein could cheat out Kalos to get the tier combo going, and Sprite Elf can revive Cyber-Stein to utilize his effect. Stein became a great way to cheat out insanely powerful monsters like Naturia Exterio or El Shaddai Winda, not to mention the crazy amount of FTKs over the years that Cyber-Stein could pull off. Sure, they banned Kalos and Sprite Elf in TCG and OCG, but I get the feeling Konami has finally had enough of Cyber-Stein by this point and opted to ban him again in all of the Yu-Gi-Oh formats. TCG, OCG, Master Duel, and even Duel Links. Yes, this thing was even a problem in Duel Links, a game where you don't even start out with enough life points to use him. So is there a chance of Cyber-Stein coming back? Probably not. I imagine this guy being around just held back fusion summoning as is. Ever notice why there aren't a lot of negating fusion monsters? And he only ever seems to be utilized in degenerate, busted ways. Even Verte and Akata at least had some level of drawback. Stein didn't. Maybe with an errata, but it would have to be one hell of an errata to get him back, to the point that he may not even be worth using anymore. Well, what about you? How do you feel about Cyber-Stein? Do you think wiping him off of the face of the earth was fair, or no? Let me know in the comments, and please subscribe.